we've learned that ICE now has stations at courthouses in Illinois so that they can process suspects, sort of take them out of the criminal justice system since we're not cooperating here in Illinois with ICE. Can you just react to the impact that might be having on our court system?
Well, Tom Homan has long ago acknowledged that he was racially profiling. As a leader of ICE, as somebody who's now advising the president on this new strategy, attacking our Latino communities, we know that that Supreme Court decision yesterday that frankly takes away rights from people across the United States is something that Tom Homan cheers. So I just want to be clear, we don't appreciate and frankly push back on and will always fight what Tom Homan and what the Supreme Court decision represents.
In the courthouses, ICE stations at courthouses?
Look, remember that we're talking about people who have been here for many years in this country who are literally seeking to follow legal procedures so that they can stay in this country. To attack them in the very place where they are trying to follow the law seems to me like the world is upside down when this is what Donald Trump is promoting. ICE sitting outside of courthouses that people are showing up to voluntarily. These are not people running away from authority. These are people seeking authority to stay in this country.
Governor, do you have Senator Conduit said that the state should use the $200 million a year in interest on the road fund to provide ongoing mass transit funding. He also said he wants to use interest earned on the rainy day fund and interest earned in the future on the rainy day fund to fund mass transit. What's your take on that?
Well, he's a little late to the table, if you ask me, if that's a recent proposal. And all I can say is that we're looking at all of the potential revenue sources in order for us to make sure we fund a world-class transit system in the state of Illinois.
Governor, what did you hear from the advocacy groups you were meeting with today? What did you hear from them? What concerns were they expressing to you? And what are you able to do to sort of work with them and help them?
Well, today I was in Brighton Park with the Brighton Park Neighborhood Council, also with ICER, which represents really the breadth of immigration-associated organizations in the state of Illinois, listening to them, and we were talking about how we can protect our communities better. They are amazing at making sure that people know their rights in this environment in which people's rights are under attack. So I was pleased to listen to them, to spend time with them, and I will say people are frankly afraid. In our communities, they're afraid to come out of their homes, they're afraid to go shopping, they're afraid to take their own children to school because they have mixed status households. Some are U.S. citizens, some are people who have legal status in this country but are not citizens, and there are undocumented people. And we are trying to protect all the residents of the state of Illinois. These are people who, people talk about, Donald Trump likes to talk about immigrants as criminals. These are not criminals. These are people who are genuinely here in this country, holding down jobs. They've been here for 10, 20, 30 years, raising families here, paying taxes, following the law, doing the right thing. We should give them an opportunity, whether it's when they go to the courthouse to try to get their citizenship or their legal status improved, or taking their kids to school. We should be protecting them in all those endeavors. Shia.